Hi, I'm Matt Mariaux with 2930 Creative, and this is how video has changed in 5 years. Flashback to 2012, 5 years ago, video was drastically different than it is now. Some core elements were the same, but overall, it was very different. It's evolved in three major ways. One, how video content is produced. Two, how video content is shared. And three, the actual type of content that's being created. So in 2012, things were more entertainment based, we would say. Nowadays, we forget that there was a time when videos on the internet were mostly just for entertainment. There were things we shared for fun. There were things that we shared because they made us laugh. You know, they were shared for different reasons than they are now. So in 2012, we had things like Psy creating Gangnam Style. This catchy, jokey comedy music video that's being shared around the internet at like a lightning fast pace. Really it was an internet meme is what it was. It was a video meme before or around the time that we started calling them video memes. And it just exploded. It was everywhere. Psy was on like, I think I saw him on like Good Day or something, some sort of morning show. So that exploded. Around that same time, we also had Carly Rae Jepsen come out with a music video, Call Me Maybe, which was equal parts enjoyable to listen to and also interesting to watch. The music video was, it hit all these like nostalgia moments in your brain, and so people loved it. And as a result of that, people made parody videos of her music video. Now, parody videos have been around, again, for like a long, long time. That's nothing new. But the fact that it was catching on so quickly was what was interesting. There were so many parody videos of Call Me Maybe, and they were being thrown around, and you were seeing them on national TV. You were seeing them in all these places that you never thought you would see YouTube videos. It was really a phenomenon. It was a really interesting phenomenon. Now, at the same time, we were starting to see a shift in younger generations, so like college kids, my generation, where people were moving away from traditional cable providers, satellite providers. They were moving away from that, and they were now adopting things like Netflix and Hulu, and this was kind of the beginning of that generation dropping cable providers. So the way that we were consuming content was already starting to change, even on a basic level. So around that time, we got a lot of interesting videos. We had the Walk Off the Earth videos. We had the Shit Girls Say, which I think started as a Twitter, and then they started making these videos. And YouTube caught on. YouTube said, wow, this is really great. We have a lot of great content providers. How can we showcase that? And so they made a video called the YouTube Rewind, or I think that time it was called YouTube Styles, because it was like Gangnam Style themed. And you had like Walk Off the Earth on there, and then like Psy comes in and breaks their guitar, and you're already thinking this is going to be crazy. Around that time, like Geek and Sundry started, so you had like Felicia Day and Will Wheaton doing stuff on YouTube, making actual like shows that were made for YouTube. They were some of the first, I believe, like the first YouTube Red like partnerships. And they come in, and Felicia Day is like doing a Carly Rae Jepsen parody video for YouTube, directed by YouTube. You had Jenna Marbles was in the video, and Freddie Wong, and like all these really big YouTubers were in this video. And it was basically YouTube's way of saying, like, be a YouTuber. Like, this is awesome. Life is great when you're a YouTuber. So for the first time in 2012, we had a generation of kids and teenagers who you could ask them what they want to be when they grow up, and they could say a YouTuber. It was insane. So YouTube caught on to that, and they started really changing everything they do and pushing things out to, like, really promote their channels and really show that like this is a viable option to tell stories and get content out there, which is something that we just hadn't really had a platform for. I mean, YouTube was always that platform, but we just didn't realize that it was a platform for that. So in 2013, we had something called the Harlem Shake. Do the Harlem Shake. A lot of people remember it. It was immensely popular for about a month or 2 months. Like, everyone was making Harlem Shake videos, which started a YouTuber named Filthy Frank did originally as like a joke comedy video. He does like comedy videos. And this guy in Australia parodied it, and then that one went viral. And so since they both went viral, people were like, let's all make our own parodies. Let's get YouTube famous. Didn't work out so well for everyone, but there were some really amazing Harlem Shake videos that were like big, like basketball teams and stuff were doing it. Like, it was insane. The popularity of it was absolutely nuts. And we had seen that before with like lip dubs years and years and years ago. Like, to the extent that even The Office did a lip dub episode, which was another like internet meme that went around for a while. But Harlem Shake it exploded. It had a lifespan of about a month. People were still making videos after that for like two or 3 months after that, but they were just like already past. They were just, it was like, please stop making videos. You've extended the time frame for this. A lot of people know BuzzFeed for their videos. Well, BuzzFeed used to be, when I was in college, BuzzFeed used to be like a list article site. That's all they did, really, is they made list articles, and they started making like funny videos and things. And they kind of got a bad rap for that. A lot of people kind of viewed them as like this like a garbage site that just does list articles. And I think they really kind of realized that as well. And they decided to do something about it. They smartly decided to do something about it. At the same time, they were also posting lots of funny videos on Facebook. Lots and lots of video series that we were like seeing and sharing constantly. We started to see more content like that on Facebook. People started to realize that video was, kind of important. So we started seeing more of that. At the end of 2013, we saw Facebook do something interesting. They made videos on Facebook autoplay. And that autoplay feature was hated at first. You saw so many articles come out about how to turn off autoplay. Everyone hated autoplay so much when it first launched. But then people started to realize how good it is. They started to realize how important it is. So when Facebook added the autoplay feature, it correlated around the same time that we got the Ice Bucket Challenge, which was, if you don't know, it's this challenge. It was designed to raise awareness for ALS, and it was a series of videos that people made where they would pour buckets of ice water on themselves or on their friends and challenge someone else to do the same thing and post it online. So it would spread awareness about ALS, and the idea was it would raise a ton of money, and it did. It raised a lot of money for ALS. So because of that, it was able to sort of spawn off other challenges that were also like for social change. And so now videos are auto-playing on Facebook, and you can kind of just promote a post, and it's going to show up auto-playing in someone's feed. You got a few seconds to like catch their attention as they're scrolling through their feed. And that changed everything. The type of content, the way content was shared, everything changed. And the reason for that is because Facebook is a place where you get news, you get funny things, you get like just kind of weird random stuff. You can post home videos. Like, it's just everything that you could post kind of all fits into your Facebook feed. So we all decided as a whole that we were going to make videos specifically for Facebook. This led to a lot of the way that we do social media video now. It led to subtitles on videos. It led to using big flashy graphics on videos to like grab attention. It really just launched a whole new way of producing videos to grab people's attention. Fast forward a couple years, and you look at 2015. In 2015, BuzzFeed launches Tasty, which is this big thing that everyone knows. Everyone knows those videos. Even if you don't know what's called Tasty, everyone knows them from Facebook. The videos, they have like top-down videos. They have some that aren't top-down, and they're like making food, right? Everyone knows that. That's because in 2015, we had figured it out. 2014, we were still figuring it out. So there wasn't a ton of really, radically interesting stuff in 2014. But in 2015, that's when we started to see a format change. At the end of 2015, Facebook announces I think it was August, they announced that they're going to start doing live streaming on Facebook. Specifically, in August, they were beta testing it with celebrities. So, like, you could get on and see Stephen Amell from Arrow doing live streams, and people were like, oh, how do we get that? So in January and February, they started rolling out live streaming to everyone, which changed the game once again for everything. Now, throughout all this time, we've seen advertisers like us come in and start putting content in your feed, promoting posts because they know your eyes are going to be on it, posting content that is visually interesting to look at so that you're scrolling your stop. But when it came to Facebook Live, at first it was just a way to talk to people you know. Like, you just load, it's just you talking to people, kind of like a town hall type thing. It wasn't until maybe a few months after it started that we started to realize the like practical applications for it. It wasn't just video. Oh, I saw this cool dog. Here, I'm going to live stream it. It wasn't stuff like that. It was like, we're going to produce an actual broadcast show specifically for Facebook. And it really changed the game for how content is produced on Facebook. Again, things have changed so much that it's so much more intentional now than it was 5 years ago. 5 years ago, videos being shared were mostly either something produced by just, random people, or like content that's supposed to make you laugh because it was just randomly recorded. So we had such a big shift in that. Right now, where we stand in 2017, we kind of nailed our formula for video right now. Everything's kind of dialed in. We're at what I would describe as like the calm before the storm. We're going to see big changes, big shifts. We have to, because we're a culture that can't stay stagnant. We just don't know what they look like yet. And some say that that's going to be VR. I disagree. I actually don't think it's going to be VR. I think VR is a really cool platform, and I think that the ones like the positionally based VR that they use for gaming is really cool, and I think that'll stick around. But the VR experiences that we do, I think they're limited by their technology. It's kind of a novelty, and it feels like the entire industry is kind of simultaneously adopting it and also waiting to see if it's going to be a thing. It's been around for so long. It's like, I think people are just like, I guess it's a thing now. But I don't think it's going to stay around much longer. Like, people talk about there's going to be VR in like movie theaters and stuff. I actually don't think there's going to be VR in movie theaters. I know there is, but like, I don't think it's going to be like 3D where it's in every theater. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it will be. I just think there's too many limitations with it. So we'll see if they can overcome that. But I'm really excited to see how video changes the next 5 years. I think that content is going to change exponentially. That's how you say that word. I think it's going to change exponentially. Right now, one thing that's interesting about our younger generation is because they're moving away from so many traditional mediums, younger people are more cynical and aware of advertising more than like any other generation ever. The advertising that works best on me and people younger than me, as far as like video content goes, is just like organically sponsored ads. Like, I know Blue Apron, Audible, and Movement watches better than any other brand, and the reason is because a lot of the content I watch have like organic sponsorships in the actual videos. I could tell you a ton of commercials on TV that I've seen that I like the commercial, have no idea who the commercial was for. And that's sort of a weird trend. So we need to like find a way to push through that and make content that I guess is more organic. That's going to be my prediction for the next 5 years, but who knows? I'm a crazy person. I'm wrong all the time. So don't put all your eggs in my basket. Anyway, I've been Matt Mariaux. This has been the last 5 years in video, and also the present and a 5-year prediction. Boom. Extra stuff. Enjoy it.